well. The Sportsman rolling out of the Speedway. 40 laps will be the distance. The Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Central Region Series race here this evening is rolling out on the turn number 1 and 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the way they're going to start way in the back of the field. Row number 15, 30 the starting position, the number 9S. That is Bentley Gray starting inside that 15th row. In the number 31B, that is Ryan Dolbear. Row number 14 to the outside, Remington Ham in the number 15.
I haven't seen Dunn since that first race. Dunn hasn't been back up since that first race.
And Dustin Bradley in the number 13 machine.
Oh.
Brett Joy's going to start 24th on the field in the 17J. 23rd starting spot will go to Mike Amell in the number the number 2 machine. 22nd starting spot, the number 99R. Anthony Rasmussen will be on the outside. Justin Gadball is going to start 21st in the number 18G. Row number 10, it'll be the 1RT of Ricky Thompson starting on the outside. Frank Simmons, number 92, will be underneath him. Your 9th row has Dalton Rambo, number 41, and Tyler Stevenson, the box 28, will start 17th on the field. Row number 8, 16 starting position, number 3 of Chris Mackey, and on the inside will be Fire Swamp in the number 88 machine. Row number 7 has Jack Meeks, the number 1M on the outside, and Gavin Isley's number 18E will be on the bottom. Row number 6, 12th starting position, the 7C of Zach Payne, and the number 6 of Brian Hudson. 10th starting position, that'll go to Ryan Shanahan at the 32RS, and on the inside of him will be the 17 of Dustin Hutton. Eric Myers, number 34, he will start outside row number 4. Tyler Horton will start on the inside in the number 64. Row number 3, as we work toward the front, the 621 of Trevor Gibbons will start 6th starting position. Inside him will be the number 410 of Mike Fowler. Up to the first 4 qualifiers of the night. Starting in spot number 4, the 33X. That will be Matt Jancic. And inside, row number 2, the number 1R of David Rogers. Row number 1, sitting on the outside, the number 34 of Tyler Murray will go on the outside of row number 1. And starting inside row number 1 will be number 91 of Josh Rayon.
How many laps?
40.
40?
I don't think this is not
Sportsman feature out on the Speedway. White flag being displayed to the field. 40 laps will be the distance. Once again, my name is Jeff Barrett. Steve Bird stepping up to the mic. Steve, we've got a field of sportsmen ready for this Central Region battle tonight.
Yes, we do. The who's who of dirt sportsman racing here in the Northeast, ready to do battle here. And I don't know about you, Jeff, but Mike LeClaire looks like he's ready to go.
He's got it ready. Look at that. He's got the green bow stick cocked in hand, and he is ready to let him fly off turn number 4.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. No star.
Well, Steve, that didn't go as planned. We had cars mid-pack, got turned around sideways. Right on that initial green, that's going to swallow up a couple of cars. Anthony Rasmussen able to keep going, but stopping over there in the turn at number 3 and 4. You can't tell from this vantage point, but that kind of messed things up right off the start.
Yeah, I think that's the Fox 28 machine there. Got swallowed up in that one, and you can see that one coming when the first car got turned around right in the middle of the field there.
Yep, Dustin Bradley also involved in the number 83 machine. Both those cars able to fire back up and head around to the rear of the field in a second here to get these guys lined back up. And guys are a little anxious to get going there, Steve. It wasn't just you and I. I think these guys are all already jumping at the bit.
Absolutely. 40 laps the distance here for these guys. And you know, as much as we've talked about how much the track has changed from the start of the night to where we are right now, 40 laps with 30 dirt car sportsmen, it's going to change a whole lot more even during this race. And You know, for me, I don't know about you, Jeff, but for me, that's the fun part of watching these guys do what they do up here, is watching how things develop. What line is the good line at the beginning, and then how it changes. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys, I understand these guys are ready. They want to get going. They want to get to the front in a hurry. But patience is going to be a huge virtue here this evening, especially with those extra laps. And, you know, these guys aren't used to running the 40 laps on a normal basis. And then, like you said, that track's going to change. You're going to want to wait. Hopefully the track comes to you.
Absolutely. White flag out here. We're going to rack them up and try it one more time off of turn number 4. And over there in turn number 4, you've got the BP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint where they will get them refired. Looks like we still got some last minute 50-50 ticket sales going on here as well. Miss Adirondack, Miss Thousand Island.
Going to draw the winner with our modified feature winner a little bit later on.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit more time.
Get them early, get them often.
Steve's down to 3 and 4 again.
To the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. Let's try it one more time. Mike LeClaire looks him over. He looks him over.
1 and 2 again. And the number 91 of Josh Rayon looks for the early lead. Takes it down to the backstretch. Purdy's going to go to the outside in the number 34 machine. David Rogers very quickly goes to the bottom. In the turn number 1 is a go to the north end of the speedway.
That looks like the Rasmussen 99.
Yeah, he's tucked up hard against that concrete wall. Justin Gadbaugh also involved, number 18, right down here on the front stretch. He's trying to limp it, but he's going to get stuck along the
slammed
concrete
that
wall.
wall.
But heavy damage, as you said. Anthony Rasmussen's number 99, and he's facing the wrong direction, and a lot of tore up sheet metal on that car, Steve.
Yeah, the 18 of Gadbaugh is stopped here going into turn 1, and I have a feeling that's a whole lot more than just a bent rim. There is, I think, something on the axle. He's got the tube and everything. It looks like that is not looking good, man. Rasmussen in the 99. He backed into the wall, got the side of the car, and he took a lick. And we've got a replay here on DTD TV. And Jeff will take a look here. It's going to be developing right there on the right-hand side of your screen. There you see Rasmussen all the way to the left-hand side of the screen. Good shot to the outside wall of 18 of Gadbaugh.
Wait, I think you were absolutely right, though, Steve. I think that started on the bottom of the racetrack, and then as they got tangled, they drifted to the outside. Rasmussen, a big, hard hit here on the front stretch.
I'll tell you, they spent 20 minutes riding around there, and there's more dust there now than there was before they did intermission. They didn't put much water down.
Well, having a hard time getting started here. Caution coming out again very quickly here. These guys said a little anxious to get things going here in the early going 40 laps. A long way to go for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman here tonight.
What are you doing down
17J.
We had everything very done. John, where's Sportsman?
Should be there.
I'll see cleanup continuing there. Like you said, I mean, that's a lot of damage on Justin Gadwell, number 18, and they drag that back. And that is, like you just mentioned a minute ago, the whole rear is shot on that.
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
look at that wheel.
Yeah, not only that, it separated the feedlot away from the wheel itself. I mean, you definitely are going to make a souvenir out of that reel. It is unfortunate there because Gadball was the winner of one of the last chance showdowns tonight. They did a lot of work. They didn't just qualify through the heat race and make the, they took the hard way to get into the
Took the long road in, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the first night is Central New York Speedweek's Empire Super Sprints, the next 4 nights as well. You're going to be a busy boy the next week.
Yeah, so tonight, glad to join you guys here at the Can-Am Speedway. Tomorrow night we'll be at the Land of Legends Raceway in Canandaigua. Friday night we will head to the Brewerton Speedway. Saturday night off to the Fulton Speedway on the famed Fulton Speedway. Going to be a good show out there. And then we wrap it up on Sunday at the Sports Speedway. So a big
Friday night they're going to be in Brewerton.
to take in this week. And again, as we get ready to throw the white flag here, we've got those CNY Speed Week t-shirts that we've mentioned. $20. You can take home a CNY Speed Week t-shirt. And I can guarantee you, Jeff, they will not last until
Until
Sunday.
Sunday, absolutely not.
Building
Nice
game.
collector's item to take home from the racetrack here tonight to commemorate your Speed Weeks here. Well, looks like we got everybody lined up right back where they belong. As we said, just one lap in
Modified.
here as we try to get ready to go back to green. Track safety lights going up, lights off on the Bob Johnson Auto Group Can-Am Speedway pace truck piloted tonight by Kurt Beckwith. He will pull that off to the infield. One of our regular Friday night shoes on the point. That is the 91 or the 91, excuse me, Josh Rayon out in front of the field as we get ready to go back to green.
Your car, Sportsman.
Mike LeClaire will look him over. They hit the point right there. Green flag is in the air. Right follow to the bottom. Matt Janzik stuck right in the middle. Now look at Tyler Murray go to the high side.
Tyler Murray going to the outside, and boy, Murray looks like he might be trying to make a bid for the race lead here. He will not get
Couple of them up there between 3 and 4.
But we've got trouble over in turns 3 and 4.
Couple of cars around over there. One, Dustin Bradley, again involved in the caution as he got twisted up in a knot with the 9.
Jesus. It took us forever, huh? Just when we had a good start.
Yep.
So caution flag going to wave one more time, Steve, as we try to get things straightened out here. The early going of this feature here tonight, brought to you by Bob Johnson Autos and Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's the blue ribbon.
So we've been picking them up and putting them down a lap at a time here so far. Resume the race leader, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here on this restart. Tyler Murray's been quick in that 34 machine all night long tonight. But I think the guys up on the front row saw that when the green flag comes out, Matt Janzik came to play tonight. And I'd be interested to see how they play this restart here because he was getting the run on the top side coming to the green.
You know, last season, the way everything went with COVID, we were one of the few tracks to open up on a regular basis. Matt Janzik actually called his Friday night home here at Can-Am, and he had a stellar season up here, just missing a points championship as he fell a couple of points shy of Tyler Corcoran's win here. And so no stranger to the Speedway. He's won a bunch of races up here, and as you said, Steve, right now, the guy on the is in position in that car.
Yes, he is. He's got some good cars behind him trying to make their way up through the field. Mike Fowler, who was so good at his heat race tonight. Tyler Corcoran's going to be right there as well, and you've got a lot of fast cars coming from the back of the pack. Zach Payne, a former winner here at Can-Am in the 7Z. Let's see how they look here coming back to the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. Green lights are back on. Janzik again goes to the extreme outside.
Going up to the outside. Now get right back to the middle. Tyler Murray, a good run off the top of turn number 2. Assumes the number 2 spot in front of David Rogers, number 1 right at Thompson Motorsports machine. Mike Fowler looks to the inside of Janzik this time. He'll drift up to the outside. Janzik's going to hold him off, and they look up to number 4. He found the outside group to his liking over in 3 and 4. It wasn't quite as good in 1 and 2, but he is really making up time over in 3 and 4 as he'll now try to work on the 410 of Fowler. Boy, Steve, you nailed that. He hit that cushion on the outside, and this was right to the outside for time. Mike Fowler now is number 1 and 2. He's really a little quicker in 3 and 4, and he's going to try to make it stick to the outside. Fowler holding on to the 5 spot. Gibbons underneath him, but here comes Corker to the outside, and then he's chased by the 34 of Eric Dyer down into turn number 3. And did you see the way Corcoran backed that car into turn number 3? Wow. Good run there for 3 and 4. 1 and 2. Again, pushing in 1 and 2. We'll try to pull up to the back bumper of the 410 of Fowler. Just ahead of that, we've got Dave Rogers, the Janzik 33, and the Tyler Murray 34. Now Rogers goes to the outside. Yeah, David Rogers switches lanes and up to the top side. Just Janzik's going to go right back to the outside. And they're almost 3 wide going to turn number 1 and 2. Murray's got a great battle going on behind him. He has no idea that Janzik is there. They head down the back stretch. Mike Fowler sagging back just a little bit, picking up his first feature win here a couple weeks back. But Tyler Corcoran again tests the outside. They come off turn number 4. And give that advantage to Janzik. Can he get him at the line again? Yes, he will. The whole line is yeah, the winner recorded a bad chance out of the minus 14%. This time it's defensive off the racetrack. He brought out Tyler Murray. And then we'll look at the number 1, David Rogers. Rogers again is 15 a lap ago. Decided to go to the outside, and he's found something he likes as he shoots down into turn number 3 and 4. He'll come right off that top cushion, looks at the back one for Janzik. Can't quite get there, but he'll look outside Murray and take the spot. Now trying to reel in the 34 of Murray, and Rogers again going to the outside lane here in 3 and 4. Janzik though, veteran move here, and then we've got Corcoran. He'll take over the 4 spot in the first one. Making work, but Murray right there. Corcoran went to the outside, didn't work that time off turn number 2. And Murray was able to slide back underneath him. But the one we're watching right now would be David Rogers in the number 1, a regular Friday night shoe here at the Speedway. He has popped the back bumper of Matt Janzik down to turn number 1 and 2. He'll look back to the middle of the Speedway, and he may have something to decide on turn number 2. Rogers may have gotten one of the best runs in 1 and 2 we've seen all night long on the top side. Now what can he do in 3 and 4? We've seen Janzik sweep out to shut the door off of turn 4, but now he can't get it. If Rogers is there to take over the 2 spot. Dave Rogers, he did an awesome job in 3 and 4 of using the Rayon car as a pick as he went to the outside and tried to get Janzik down to the inside. Now he sets his sights on your leader. He goes to the north end. He'll drive to the outside of Rayon and turn number 4. Oh, you could have a new race leader off turn 4. Yes, you do. New race leader here on turn 13. Give it to Dave Rogers. Now Rayon knows that he's there.
Having a good race.
Damn good race.
Now, the cat about getting those again. And they'll go down to turn number 3. Rayon's going to continue to stick it to the bottom side of the racetrack. Janzik's going to catch the outside now. As he'll look at the back bumper of the number 1. David Rogers down to number 1 and 2. Rayon continues to do that outside corner again. Switches lanes. Going to the inside. We got 4 cars right to break the field. And now Corcoran makes a move to the bottom of the racetrack. Corcoran down to the inside. in turn number 4, David Rogers again using that extreme outside of the racetrack. That's the green sitting right in front of him. And then Mike Eno also right in front of your leader, Josh Rayon, sitting there about 5 car lengths back. Nancy is the third, doing this Kyle Berger. But that battle will continue. Now look at Mike Fowler down the back stretch, getting to the inside of Tyler Berry.
I saw him coming off at turn 2. I think Fowler made it, played it fairly conservatively here. After this race, now we're back to the halfway mark, and now Fowler says, all right, let's bring it up. The rest of the afterwards are done, and he takes the 5 spot away from Tyler Berry.
Well, the wet traffic that we were talking about, Steve, here it is coming into play right now. David Rogers to the full car in front of him, trying to stick a nose in between Eno and Green. He's going to have to go to the outside again as he works around it. Josh Rayon able again within about 4 car lengths. But David Rogers doing a nice job staying on trouble in the backstretch.
He is, but he almost looked like he was locked in that time going into turn 3. He's able to make the move to the outside, and this is going to play to the disadvantage of Rio with the 91. Because here comes Jansen with a hold of speed up to the top side into turn 22. How's it going to shake out? 3 wide with left traffic down the back straightaway.
Boy, Mike Eno hung on the outside, finally backed out of the throttle on that one. But Rayon trying to hold the spot, and as Steve said, Matt Janzik has found another gear as he comes out there to 4. Just as I say that, he gets stuck in flat traffic, and Rayon able to hold on to number 2 spot.
Jansen gave him the business going into turn number 1. That allowed Thornton to sneak by. So put Thornton in the podium spot. And Jansen laid the broom holding the 1. But now it's still impacting because here comes Fowler in the 410 with Murray in the 44. Everybody having to fight for victory.
Down to the turn number 1 and 2. Just outside that top 6 battle, there is Tyler Berry what's going to be interesting now, we'll see if, the tires cool down at all, how that's going to affect this restart. Will David Rogers have anything on the outside? Morgan able to hold him up. Rayone's been quick the whole race. He's been right there in the middle of the mix. And Matt Jansen started to fade a little bit, but it's going to be interesting now when we get ready to line these guys back up again.
Jeff, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask a question of all the race fans watching in the grandstands and those watching on Dirt Track Digest TV right now. If you're Tyler Corcoran, do you start on the inside or do you start on the outside?
That's a loaded question,
That is
right?
a loaded question. The restart is in 3 and 4. However, what happens in 1 and 2 could determine what happens at the end of this race.
Obviously, I think the logical choice for him would be to go to the outside because he's been quick in 3 and 4. But like you said, it's a gamble whether he's going to get to turn 1 first and if he can get down to the bottom of the racetrack.
If you take the outside, you've got to be sure you clear to the bottom of 1 and 2.
Absolutely. Yep. You've got to be very comfortable out there if you're going to decide to go up there. But we'll see. That's a great question, Steve. And we're going to find out here in just a couple of seconds. So the field coming around is actually cleaned up in turn number 3 and 4. And why not? Let's bring it down to the last couple lap shootout here to get our victor from the Bob Johnson Auto Group of Dirt Car Sportsman here tonight at shootout night at Can-Am.
Couldn't ask for a better way to finish this one off for the Pap shootout. This is going to be good. Yep, this is going to be interesting. And I can tell you right now, Jeff, if this was me, this was me on iRacing, I'd make the wrong choice every time. I never pick the right lane. I pick the bottom lane, top was the place to be. Pick the top, the bottom was the place to be. I don't. This is why it's fun to be the announcer. We don't have to make the tough decisions.
No, absolutely.
We asked that question for the fans watching, and I'm getting messages like crazy, John. People picking which lane they're going to go in. Lady racer Alicia May, a sprint car racer, she goes, always take the Alicia lane on the inside.
The Alicia lane, all right.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be good. Why don't we ask the fans, John? What do the fans think? Do you think Tyler Corcoran's going to hold on to this one and run the 64? How about Dave Rogers in the 1? We got any Dave Rogers fans out there? Oh, man.
That's a shrewd crew out there. They're not showing their hand here.
I think they're just warming up. Who's this guy asking us what we want? We just want to see the show.
64. Take it.
Kids here by the fence, by the flag stand, need you to back up away from the
Inside.
fence, please. Kids down here by the fence, need you to back up.
Corcoran?
There we go. All right, Jeff, here we go. Buckle
That's
up.
right. Track safety lights off, Steve. Here we go. 2 more trips around the speedway. Mike LeClaire looks him over, and it was Corcoran choosing the bottom, so we'll see what happens out there. He'll go down the backstretch. David Rogers able to hold him up. They switch lanes again, turn number 3 and 4. Rogers the extreme bottom this time. Corcoran brings it right to the middle of the speedway. And now Rogers going to the they go to 3 and 4 for the final time.
With a slider out to 2.
Race for second.
Jeff, bring him home.
They'll work off turn number 3 and 4. Tyler Corcoran looking at the double checker back. Jansek's going to take one more.